Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is well. Let me just get straight into this. Well, how to buy silver for beginners is silver's going to skyrocket. I am doing lots and lots of research, and silver is going to be skyrocketing massively. Now, I was just listening to, not just listening to, but a gentleman called Eric Sprott, and he is very well known in the mining industry for silver and gold. And he's also predicted, and other people have as well, to say that the silver is going to actually skyrocket. So if I always talk about getting gold, but I also talk about getting silver. Silver is a lot cheaper now and was and is than what gold is. So if I was you, for example, I would be looking at getting some silver in as well as the gold, for example, if you can afford to, because it is a lot cheaper than buying gold. Wouldn't you agree? So the key here is to look at what it is that you can do to start either savings. You can use the gold or the silver to save, because this is a long waiting game as well. It's not like sometimes people buy things and then they wait for the price to go up, then they sell it, for example. But buying gold and silver is really a good thing to do right now, especially with the uncertainty, especially with the way the cash is going and the tariffs and all these things being happening at the moment, inflation. Now, what I want to say to you is, imagine, right, looking at your building an investment strategy. You really need to look at doing that now, because the silver is going to raise the industry, and the demand for solar and manufacturing is going to increase. So they're going to need all of this silver. And you don't want to miss out on this, because the big guys are the billionaires. They are buying silver, a lot of it. And some of them want to buy in mass. And sometimes they can't get it in mass as quickly, because it takes ages and ages, for example. So what about if you was to grow your own gold and silver business in 2025? I would highly recommend you to do that. And I want you to also follow my journey as well. Now, welcome everyone. This is a live session, and I am going to be following the silver market as well as the gold market. You've probably heard about Warren Buffett, right? That he is buying silver right now, for example, as well as, other precious metals, for example. And this seems huge. And this is a huge opportunity for you as well as for investors and business owners alike. If you got a business, you've got things that you've got to be paying for. And you've got to think about, how can I save money each month so that if and when, or if you do get hit by an expense, that it's not going to knock you out of the ballpark. Okay, I wish that I did this many years ago. For example, I was doing gold parties back in 2007. I started doing it with my husband. He was the one that was really doing it, and we were doing it together. And boy, did I wish I stayed doing that as well, because it really was working really well. So why do you think that Warren Buffett is looking at investing in silver again? Why do you think that is? He is the guru, isn't he? So what do you think? There is a silver shortage, and the rising industry demand will be driving these prices up on silver. You've got gold at $2,900, almost $3,000 an ounce, for example. But silver is currently a lot less, a lot less. But if you don't get in at the right time, you could end up paying more for silver because of this demand that's now happening basically in March. Okay? So I'm here to tell you that business owners or people, whether you're in business or not, buy silver, for example. Okay? Now, solar power and the manufacturing, it's booming, right? Always has been, for example. Well, the manufacturing is now booming now because people want to start manufacturing in their own countries due to what's been happening in the world, for example. And it's making it more valuable now, silver, than ever before. Okay? So how can you start or scale your own silver and gold business? And I know that this is perhaps new to you, but it's something that you need to start doing. People are buying silver, people are buying gold. They're going into these dealers and they're buying them, rather than putting money into the bank, for example. They're getting better return by buying these precious metals. Platinum, there's all different ones, and I'm going to go into those different types of precious metals as well. So before we begin, for example, let me know your comments. Are you currently stacking silver or gold right now? Type if you are actively investing in this. Okay? So I'm just going to go into a few things here with you. Okay? So let's look at some of the Buffett silver playbook. Okay, 1960s, the first silver purchase, seeing its potential as inflation edge. Okay, this is not about getting money quickly. This is about the waiting game. Okay, then in 1990s, he brought 130 million ounces of silver, which sent prices soaring. 2025, Buffett is signaling, indicating silver is again going to be raising in price.